I want you guys to believe. Don't just listen to me. Feel me in your soul. Believe you can win. Believe you can win.
Future sense for the people to be fit. Yeah. Speaking financial literacy. Let's educate our young people. Yeah. Storm. For the people to be fit and speak financial. Siobhan Bowman in the mix. You see she really out here. Building futures brick by brick. It's time to elevate. Time to innovate. Time to educate. Let's go, let's go. Dreams is on the rise. No fear, no quit. For the people to be fit. You know we legit. For the people to be fit. You know we legit. Listen up right here. Let me tell it. We're laying foundations, solid as a steel. In a world where the grind and the hustle is real. From the gym to the boardroom, we're shaping the scene. Where fitness and insurance boosting everyone's dream. Families rise, businesses is thriving, and communities where all the strongest shall survive. It's more than just policies, it's life that we design. Every rep, every plan is the future we align. We're building legacies, securing all the bag. Fitness and finance, no time to lag. For the people, by the people, we stayin' fit. Insurance got our back, that's how we whip. Young minds tuned in, listen up. This knowledge right here, gon' fill your cup. Ain't just about muscle, it's in the mindset. Insurance in the mix, we protect and invest. From the class to the office, we setting the tone. Business owners rising, now they feel at home. In this ecosystem, we all playing the role. Fitness and finance, both feeding the soul. We're building legacies, securing all the bag. Fitness and finance, no time to lag. For the people, by the people, we stayin' fit. Insurance got our back, that's how we equip. Dreams is on the rise, no fear, no quit. For the people to be fit, you know we legit. For the people to be fit, you know we legit. Hop on right here, no time to chill.
Hey, family, get in here. Super excited. Let me cut some light on to make sure that y'all can see me. I am so excited to be here this evening. Y'all know tonight is Wealth and Wellness Wednesday with your girl, Siobhan Bowman. Y'all see that little girl over there? That's me. We're going to get into her in just a second, okay? We're going to talk about her in one moment. Don't get too excited, right? But nonetheless, I'm going to let you all know, if you're new to this show, that I come on here to be completely transparent. I come on here to give my personal experience. So, I wear an Invisalign. So at any point in time, if these words, or if I look like Daffy the Duck, started tripping up, it's because of this. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let y'all know that right now. There's no judgment on here. What we come is to listen, to learn, to share, and to grow, and to go, right? So that's what we're doing. So I would love for you all to continue to follow me. Set your notifications up as well. To follow me on For the People to Be Fit. That is the number 4, the people, the number 2, the initial B, and the word fit. Set it up so when I come on live on Wednesday, anytime between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m., depending on the life, right? I'm here. So I just want you all to be with me as well. So tonight, I'm going to be speaking to you all about choices, costs, and consequences. And why do families choose sneakers and takeout over life insurance, right? And I'm going to get a little bit deeper with that too. Why is it that and you know what? I'm going to save it. I ain't going to even give it all to y'all too fast real quick, right? But this is me. This is me as a baby. All right. So I want y'all to put this into perspective. So that's why this image is up here. So a lot of things our parents did not do that we can do better for our children. Now, this is me 40 something years ago. So tonight, I want you all to pull out a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you all to follow me, because there are so many families that get caught up in what I'm about to share with you right now. I was one. My parents was one, right? But if I can do anything different about this little one right here, that's the little one, right? That's my grandson. If I can do anything different, because him, which is my son, I did not do, right? But him, I'm going to do, all right? So as a child, a lot of us grow up and we buy stuff. We buy clothes, we buy shoes, we buy food, we take trips. But the one thing we do not do is make sure that we have life insurance. Now, the one thing that is certain is that those clothes, those shoes, we're going to grow out of, right? We're going to give away, right? But the one thing that's certain is that we all are going to die one day. So why is it that that particular thing is the last thing? So we're going to get into some data and some information right now, all right? So that's why I said pull out your information so that you pull out a piece of pen and paper so that you can see and go with me. Now, I'm going to blow this up because I cannot see that. All right. So here I am blowing this up. So I just pulled this information off of chat and Google, and I was just searching, right? So I wanted to know, what does the average family spend on a pair of shoes? Because I can tell you, I'm a mother of 8 children, and I can tell you that the closets were loaded, right? But it was a lot of things that I did have in perspective, but a lot of things that I was not doing, that I could have been doing better. Same with my parents as well. So if you're a new parent, I want you to grab hold of this. And if you're someone that know a new parent, I want you to share this as well. So on average, $388 per year per family unit spends on a pair of tennis shoes, right? So if you took that per child, that's about $200 annually, right? So just think about it. $200 annually that you're spending on a pair of tennis shoes. Now, if we get a little bit deeper into this, it would tell you the average range that you're purchasing shoes for your children. So now we know that when your child is 0 to 1, you don't purchase more than 1 to 3 pair of shoes. We also know from 2 to 5, they're not just having 3 pair of shoes in their house, because I got to have an outfit for this. I got to have a shoe change for this. It got to look cute for that, right? You got your church shoe, your sandal shoe, you got the tennis shoe. You got all these different kind of shoes. And then women, we go bananas, okay? So they're giving you a total of 18 years. Roughly, maybe that's only about 10 shoes. Now, I can't see us going through 10 shoes in 18 years. I can see about 30 pair of shoes or 40, all right? But let's just say we took the number that they gave us. And I'm going to take the high number, 1890. If you took 1890 and I times it, because I want to be realistic, right? Because we know we got more than that many pair of shoes in our house. If I times it times 3, 1890 times 3, that's $5,670 per child for shoes that's in the household. Okay. So remember the $5,670 per child for shoes. Now, you have given away these shoes. These shoes have the feet hurt now, and you can't even find these shoes. Baby, your baby has grown up. 18 years of shoes. $5,670. Money thrown out the window. All right. So next thing I want to go to is to help you understand is this, which is right here. Eating out. Okay. So how much does it cost? Nope, I brought up the wrong screen. Let me go back. Where are we? I need to go to the right one. Annual spending. I think this one's it. Yes, it is it. I can't see this stuff, y'all. It's so small. But anyway, all right. So listen, the annual amount of money a family spends on eating out. Now we got $5,670 for the shoes. Okay, I'm gonna write that down because we are out here getting information together. All right. So now for the families with kids spend about $500 per month on eating out, which is approximately $6,000 a year. A year. Okay. $6,000 times 18. That is it was right here. $108,000 in eating out because we choose not to cook. Okay. $108,000. Now, here goes some shocking data for you right here that I'm about to share with you. $108,000 on eating out, $5,670 in tennis shoes. But yet, look at this. Look what I'm about to bring to the stage now. Look at this right here. We have 51% of consumers who report owning a life insurance policy. That implies that 49% do not have coverage. But yet, we spending $5,670 on average for a pair of shoes. And we spent about $108,000 in 18 years on eating out. Y'all, 49% for the one thing that will happen to us, which is die. We got to try to do better. So I'm about to show you all right now what it looks like if you took a portion of that money. Now, granted, you can get a policy for yourself for $10, $15, $11, $12 or whatever. Having something for yourself beats having nothing. All right. But I want to help you understand how to make money work for you. We know that shoes are going to get too small. We're going to give those away. We know that eating out is something that we can make a choice and we do not have to do, right? As often, because we're going to do it, but as often. But $108,000, that's a lot of money on eating out. And we know what the health benefits are and what they're not when it comes to eating out. All right. But that's just the average. So now let me show you all right now with the 49% that I'm speaking to, you have a choice. And our first choice is go get you some type of insurance. I'm a life insurance agent. I am more than happy to help you sit down and help you understand if you have a term policy, when that term policy will expire, who in your family need to have a term policy, how long you need to keep a term policy, that your job is very term, right? So if you lose it, if you get fired, if you quit, that does not follow you. If you die the next day, then guess what? That doesn't follow you either. So your family does not have anything for yourself. So it's very important for us to understand these things. And if you understand it now, your future can look a lot different. You don't struggle when that time comes because it's coming. It's a matter of fact of when it's coming. It's not a if, because we all going to check out, right? But wouldn't it be better to be prepared if you have children than even if you got the money? It's still smarter for you to have someone else's money that you're using, other people's money, instead of going into your bank account and draining it and also experiencing not only a financial loss, but now you have to grieve the loss of a loved one. Both of those losses coupled together is a lot of stress on the mind, on the body, on the spirit. So if you know better now, you have to do better. It's no longer a choice. We just have to do better. But now let me help you understand what it looks like if you decided to invest, right, at a very early age. So if you decided to invest at a very early age, I'm going to bring to stage right now. Let me go here so that you all can see this. This is called an IUL. If you've never heard of an IUL, it is called an Index Universal Life Policy. Now, what it is, I did $25 a month. You going to spend $5,670 in 18 years on one person. So if you got multiple kids, then it's going to go up. And it probably is already up for you right now, right? I'm speaking about $25 a month. If I took $25 a month and I divided it by 30, every day, that's 83 cents. We're going to complain about 83 cents. Do y'all realize that 83 cents can compound in time and really be absolutely amazing for you and your family? 83 cents for your child. Is your child worth 83 cents to put up for an IUL when your child is first born? This right here is a sample policy. But let me help you understand what a sample policy is. When you come out of the hospital, people lose their baby in a hospital, right? And then they have to figure out how to bury a child, especially if that child was full term. They have to figure out how to bury a child. That's money that they have to come up with. The hospital just not burying that child for free. All right. So now let's say the child lived and get through life, but the child comes up with a complication. The one thing we all don't have either is living benefits. Why is that? We don't have living benefits, but we don't know if something's going to happen to us. So wouldn't it be smarter to say, let me invest in something in myself and in my child in the event something happens? Do you plan on putting your child in sports? Do you plan on your child getting on a bus to go to school? Do you plan on being with your child 24/7, always being the armor for your child? Then if that answer is no, then living benefits is something you should consider. So let's take this right here. This is a policy for a baby that was just born, right? $25 a month. God forbid that baby died 3 days after this policy is written, the family will get $50,000. Now, no amount of money can cover the cost of a loved one, period. All right? But it can relieve the financial strain that it will also cause to a loved one too. So if that baby kept living, one of the benefits when having an IUL versus a term policy, because you do realize that term is the insurance company is banking on that you live in until the age of 65. You are banking on if you die before 65. That's why the term policies are so low. That's also why you should get out of a term policy before you reach a certain age and have to experience certain complications. You don't stay in that. That's also why you go check your mama and daddy and auntie and uncles and cousins and friends, because they may not be educated in that space. And you want to make sure that they are educated in that space. Now, if you have an IUL, the IUL will offer you several different other benefits. One of the benefits is if you live too long. This baby, say for instance, this baby lives to the age of 69 years old. He has attained an amount of $256,000. The parents, because they made a decision up until the age of 65 to put $25 a month. And at 65, it stopped. But at 69, this baby has $256,000. And at 84, that baby has $661,000. Because somebody in the family, aunt, uncle, whoever, decided to say, I'm going to take $25 a month and I'm going to pour back into my baby or my aunt or my uncle or my cousin or whomever it shall be. Right? Now, let's say this baby got ill, a terminal illness, a lump sum of $223,000 3 days after the policy is activated. You only paid $25. Wouldn't you think that's worth it to at least have? Just in case? Because after all, you have your car insurance just in case. You have your house insurance just in case. You have your phone insurance just in case. So why don't you have living benefits just in case? That's a good question. You should think about it. Chronic illness, $4,000 per month if something should happen. Critical, $218,493. Critical injury or Alzheimer's. My grandmother passed away of Alzheimer's. Had her grandmother knew about this, my grandmother possibly could have had a little bit over $216,000. It would not have spared her life. No, it would just made her a lot comfortable, having what she wanted, medicine, treatment, whatever it shall be, right? So now I'm going to move this forward to give you an idea, to let you see what $25 a month could do for a child, right? So for this particular child, in this particular illustration, did I go too far? I think I did. Okay. All right. So I'm going to look on the current value side, on the right-hand side. At 18 years old, this child, well, I'm going to say 19, okay? Because I'm just going to go, I'm not trying to do all the math right now. At 19, this child would have saved $6,025. This from 25, and then they would have put that in the bank account. That's what they would have had. $6,025, $25 a month, $300 a year, $6,025. All right. That's what they would have had. But they wouldn't have had all the other benefits to go with that. It would have just been sitting in the bank account. When they came back in 19 years, it probably would have been $6,030. Probably got $5 in interest, because bank accounts give you 0.2 to 2.4% on your money. While if you are in an IUL, you can grow anywhere between 6 and 9%, depending on how long it stays. And also in the IUL, you have the ability for that money to compound, right? That money is to grow and grow and grow. I'm about to show you what growing looks like. Now, $25 is on a very, very low end, 83 cents a day. you have the option to do whatever amount that you want, right? If you see value in putting $50 up, 100, when your child turns 15 years old, they get a job, you want to increase it to 150, these numbers can change. You can do an illustration any kind of way you want, because what an illustration is a hypothetical. And what a hypothetical is that it tells you what they received 10 years ago, right? They can't tell you what the future holds, but 10 years ago, this is how this portfolio performed. So they can't guarantee you anything, but they can say that if the markets perform well, you're going to be right on the cusp of receiving what you need to receive, right? But can a bank account tell you that? Absolutely not. Can a 401k tell you that? Absolutely not. Can an IRA, a Roth 529 tell you that? Absolutely not. Okay, so understanding how you transfer wealth into your children's portfolio is through an IUL. So let me finish educating you. So you scroll over, and if you were to look at the cash value, it says $6,875. Now, that might not be a lot of money to a lot of people, but you only would have saved in the bank account $6,025. So you have about $850 of interest, right? But this is not the type of account that you say, I want to come use and I want to come spend the money immediately. But remember, you spent $5,670 in tennis shoes, and you don't even have a policy, or $108,000 on the low in eating out. So we shouldn't be squawking about $25 or 83 cents a day, should we? No, we shouldn't. We should be taking action for that. And in doing so, $6,875 at the age of 19 cash surrender value. But if that child died at 19 years old, the family gets $56,000. You didn't save that. You don't even have that. But that's what you'll get when you make the right choice to go in that direction, right? So then let's fast forward it. All right, so this family, which is smart, right? It is kept on putting money up, $65. All right, $25 for 65 years. So at that time, that child or that family saved $19,825 on their own in that bank account. But that bank account may be a cool $20,000 by the time, that money gets there. They never touched it, right? Let's scroll on over. Y'all see that number? That number say $196,000. That part. Yeah. That part. You save $19,000. $19,000 you saved in your bank account. That's what you contributed towards this particular policy. But when you go cash it in at 65, it's $196,000. Now, let's just say I'm going to take my beautiful, handsome grandson. I decided to put up, my husband and I, $100 a month for him. So guess what happens to him when he turns 44 years old? He has over $800,000 because I broke it up. When he goes to college, I have some money stopping so that he can get accustomed and get a job. When he gets his job, I'm going to show him, transfer his account to him, and I'm going to show him what's in this account. And at that particular time, he can start adding more into it. He adds more into it, $250, and then he bumps it up again to $400 because he's going to be getting money. And God willing, his grandmother is going to be around to tell him the difference between that 401k, that 403b, that TSP, or whatever it is that his job is trying to have him do. His grandmother's going to already have something for him that he can continue and see the value of continuing it. Then that's not to say to him that you can't go get it and you don't need it. No, you need to learn the importance of diversifying, G-baby. All right? You diversify your portfolio. And when you diversify your portfolio, you have more for yourself. You do not lay all your eggs in one basket, but you make sure that you have a secure basket for yourself. It is very, very important. So now that you have a little bit of knowledge about what an IUL can do for you, I want you to reach out and give me a call at 240-563-9272. The best thing that you can do for yourself is take some time and ask me about an illustration, right? That's what I just showed you. for the sample one that I just gave you. You can at least see what it would be. It's not something that you got to jump right into. But if I were you and you don't have anything, I would start getting something. Even if that's a $10 policy, a $15 policy, even if you have to start out with term and you have to go to an IUL later, you can do something. Now, for all those who have lost a job and you have a 401k that's sitting out there, a TSP that's sitting out there, or anything that's sitting out there, do not allow that money to sit. You also have the option to moving that money into an annuity, which can grow just like an IUL, which can give you living benefits. Your money sitting in a 401k don't give you any kind of living benefits, right? If something happens to you while you're not working because you don't have insurance, health insurance, or life insurance, then move the money over where you can have at least some type of living benefits, and you can have life insurance, and you could be growing money on top of your money. Okay, that's just a smart decision at the end of the day. So now that we've gotten that through, we're going to quickly move over to this little guy, right? So growing up, what I didn't do as a parent was help my children understand the importance of not using chemicals. We're talking about life insurance just a second ago, right? Because we know people are going to die. But how about we keep people healthy along the way? So one of the things that I did not do as a parent, which my parents didn't do for me, and I didn't do for my children, but now I want to do for my grandchildren, all right? What they didn't do is teach me about the things that we use every single day. And the things that we use every single day, such as bleach, such as Fabulosa, Pine-Sol, Tide, Dove, and things of that nature, it causes an issue with our skin. It also causes an issue with our respiratory system. Are you all aware that smoking at least 7 packs of cigarettes a day and using versus cleaning lung products, you using those lung products is worse than you smoking a pack of cigarettes a day? Now, where do I find this information at? The same place that you probably find it as well. Let me see if I got it in my computer, because I thought I brought it over here, but maybe I did not bring it over here. Oh, man, I don't even see it. I thought I brought that picture over here. Cigarettes, man. Let me see. Cigarettes. Did I bring it over here? Nope. I thought I brought it over here. But go Google it. Go Google the information. I thought I had it over here. I'm so mad I don't have it over here. I thought I'll be able to bring it up for y'all. But that's the only thing I did not bring over was that cigarette picture. And I wanted to show y'all so bad. But it's okay. Y'all can do your own homework and go Google the information. But yes, if you have the option to switch where you shop and stop using chemicals and toxins in your household, then help your children live a healthier life along with yourself. Listen, that's all I came on to say. Y'all know I don't keep y'all long. 30 minutes is the most, all right? I am your girl, Siobhan Bowman. I want you to continue to follow me on For the People to Be Fit, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter. When I was a baby, my mama didn't make those decisions for me as far as my finances or my wellness. When you had your baby, you probably didn't make those decisions for your baby. But now that your baby now has a baby, make a better decision. Just make a better decision. You can invest in your grandchildren. You can invest when they come over to your house. You can be a part of the team that's winning for your wellness and for your wealth. I am your girl, Siobhan Bowman. All things wealth and wellness. Listen, come back here next Wednesday so we can talk some more about how we continue to grow our community, grow our family, and make sure that we're doing the things that we need to do to stay on top. All right? Much love to all of y'all. Y'all take care. Peace out.